Mom, why won't you let me watch the
Experience.
What's up? Hey, Dexter.
Hey, everyone.
Wow, what's this new
It's a
setup?
whole new angle.
Wow.
It's
A
a
whole
whole
new world.
We're
Oh.
recording the video version from a new angle.
Yeah.
I can like see you.
And
really
we're
nice.
we're also recording in 1080p.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
you can see
Wow.
every pore.
We're
Is it
professional.
2009?
Oh. Ooh.
Well, someone else
where's
was
the 4K?
2000 and late.
You're so 2000. Boom, boom,
Where's
pow.
the 8K?
I'm not recording another episode until we're in 8K.
I'm watching this on my PS5.
Is it,
not an
is
8K.
it actually 8K out? Is it a thing? 8K?
Yeah, there's a
8K 's
thing.
Holy damn.
The PS4 is doing things, I think. PS5 are going to be like not native 8K.
Yeah, but they can
They
upraise
can
it.
up.
Not native AK.
Yeah.
It's just,
8K.
isn't it? It's just like a marketing term, isn't it? Because they like try to come up with like a new way of like
8K
saying
is a
it.
thing.
It's like a resolution, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resolution.
It's just like a new resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
which
it's
is
like saying it can go up to that resolution if you have the TV.
Yeah.
So the
But-
change in angles is because me and Oliver can now get back support.
Yeah,
Oh.
they've been sitting on my bed.
Oh,
Yeah, we've
What's
been
it
on.
like?
the only
Dennis is
men,
gonna
the only
miss
men
the
to,
warmth
yeah.
that night.
Yeah.
I mean, I have really bad posture, so I feel like
Yeah, Oliver's like sitting like how he would.
He's a
want to be.
I need
sloucher.
to be a bit better.
He
Yeah.
slouch.
I did catch
Boy, that
on all
slouch.
the videos, mine and Oliver's postures was going lower, 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 and lower as the episode
Yeah.
went on.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how are we doing today, everyone?
Whoa.
Well, we're not slouching, I guess.
We're not slouching.
Yeah.
Oh, we should. I'm Logan, and
Oh,
I am
that's
good.
I'm Harry, and my head is at an 8 out of 10. And my heart is about an 8 out of 10 as well. 2 8s.
Get out of here, you master theater student. Hi, I'm Oliver. Yeah, I've had a good day. Oh, new season of Fortnite came out.
Oh!
Boy, have I been jamming
Hey, this is a
that
PUBG
Fortnite.
household.
Not to date
it's not.
when we're recording the podcast.
Yeah, he has
Yeah,
been.
it's really good.
But yeah. So like,
all he's
who's
done
your
today.
favorite character?
I mean, I've only got the first one right now.
Favorite
Thor.
character? What do you?
Anthony from
There's no like
Smosh.
different characters.
What?
in
No, like
Fortnite.
the Marvel characters, right?
That you can unlock Groot, which I'm really excited about. Groot and Rocket. They're like a favorite pairing.
The
of mine.
boss baby.
I'm excited. Oh my god! I would actually pay. If
A
Boss Baby
boss
was skin,
baby.
I'd pay $10. I didn't play the game that much. I'd pay $10.
Nice.
I-
Maybe up to 20.
I played my first game of Fortnite the other day.
Don't say it.
I played my first game of Fortnite the other
Yeah.
day, and I won.
No, you did not.
I
win.
I won the game.
Okay, what placement did you come?
First out of 78.
Yeah.
Oliver?
Otherwise known as
22nd.
That's pretty good.
Great.
That's
How?
pretty
Hey,
good.
I
how's it going?
believed you for like the whole 20.
I'm
Oh, damn.
I'm very good, thank you. I am Dennis,
Yeah.
and today I set up pretty much was just setting up the room. I'm tidying.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, I have Rowlet and Chingling there.
For some
Love
reason, we
Rowlet.
have Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff,
get outta here.
Amiibo.
Yeah,
Love it.
viewers,
Why is
give
it-
us your opinion if you want us to get rid of Jigglypuff.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Why is it
Jiggly-
still in the box? It's a Jigglypuff amiibo.
Yeah,
Why is it still in the box?
I don't know. I was just didn't.
Because
have
why
a-
would you bother training a Jigglypuff at Smash Bros?
Oh,
I think it's
you know,
quite
I will
rare.
prove you
Like
wrong.
I
That's
never
a
saw
fair
one in
answer.
stores.
I got it. It was really funny. It was like a
100
drug
fancy in
trade when I
stores.
brought it, cause like it was just like it was like
Under a bridge at night.
no, it was like in front of
It was 12 degrees.
the New World Metro in town.
Oh yeah.
I just like quickly just gave him like the 50, and then he just gave me, and then we slipped it into our bags, and then just went on our way.
Did you buy it off like?
Was it like
Yeah, I got
big
it off
deals?
of Trade Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought the original first edition Dungeons and Dragons books off a guy on big deals,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he like asked me, he's like, "Yo, I want some proof that you're a fan."
What?
So I sent him all like a photo of my
Your dice?
my 14 sets of dice now. He was like, "Yeah, I get it. I'll beat you tomorrow."
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
You probably thought like, damn, this guy's way. He's crazy.
This guy's serious.
Wait, what, did he give you like a discount or something?
I got $10 off it.
Just
So
because
I
you
paid,
asked.
yeah, I paid it for 70. I got $70 for it.
That's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I
good.
remember you
Yeah.
asking if you should get it or not.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did.
I
it.
still haven't read them.
Oh.
And, so Dexter's, today we're talking about episode 27.
Oh yeah,
Pokemon
Fashion
Flash.
Oh, what's Flash?
Do, do, do.
What a feeling.
What?
Shoo-ba-da-bow. But bef-
Interesting episode.
but
Flash
yeah.
Dance, just a girl who wants to get out of her mining town and dance.
So I'm not just footloose.
Yeah.
But
Is
with
this
a
a city
female,
boy
not a
born and
male?
raised in South
Pick up your
Detroit?
Sunday shoes.
But I was in a.
Footloose, the preacher guy doesn't let them dance.
Oh no.
And so
I
he
thought it was his
uproots.
dad.
No, it's his girlfriend's dad, isn't it?
Oh, I should watch it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
Or is it his
Yeah.
dad?
I
don't know.
honestly,
I've
I
never
know
seen
the Rick and Morty parody more than the actual movie. Yeah.
So, but first, before we get into the episode,
Oh, we have a game.
We have a
Oh,
game.
What's our game?
We were
What's-
just catching up with each other.
I
We
know
never
we
played
just
a game.
about
we
the
just
game.
always enjoy ourselves so
We're going
much.
back to a classic game where
Yes.
I'm going to read out. So Harry can't see.
I would have dared cheat. You're fine.
We're going to play a game I like to call Guess That Move.
Wow.
So I'm going to read out a description for a move, and you guys got to guess it, and we're going to go whoever gets the first 4 points, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
So what's everyone's calls? Just
who's won this in the past?
Dennis and Harry.
I have not yet.
You haven't, because you're a scrub. Although
what's
you
our-
play
what's our-
competitive, so it seems like you.
What's our calls?
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Bulba.
go jingling.
Why am I here?
Sorry. All right.
Who
That's
says that?
Mewtwo.
Ah,
That's a
That's
bit of
a-
a little
no,
existential crisis.
It's
there.
a
Who's
little
that?
trailer for you. Yeah.
okay. Is a damage-dealing fighting type move introduced in Generation 1. Prior to Generation 7, it was the signature move of Hitmonlee and Hitmontop.
Oh.
Jingling.
Mm-hmm.
Triple kick.
Nah.
Bulba.
Yep.
Mega punch.
Nah.
Why am I here?
Yep.
High jump kick.
No.
Bulba.
Yeah. Oliver?
Hmm.
Karate chop.
Nah.
Bulba.
Oliver?
Mega kick.
Nah.
Oh, that's a normal type.
Jingling.
Yeah. Harry?
High jump kick.
Nah.
I said high jump.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why am I here?
Yeah. Dennis?
Low kick.
No.
Bulba.
Oh.
Yeah. Oliver, you and X?
Counter.
No.
Jingling.
Harry?
Low sweep.
No.
Oh, what is it?
I'll try find.
Man,
was I
fake-
close?
We're
Oh.
fake fangs.
It does 30. It does the damage. Has the 30% chance of causing the.
Oh,
target
Bulba.
to yeah, Oliver.
Dynamic punch.
No.
It's not a punching move.
Oh.
Can you finish the description? please?
Causing. It has a 30% chance of causing the target to
Oh,
flinch.
Bulba.
Oliver.
Cross chop.
No.
Jingling. No, don't worry.
What?
Introduced in Gen 1.
Guys, we're bad.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. that's
We're
the-
fake fans. Get what should we get? Like, what letter does it start with?
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
us the
It
first
starts
letter.
with an R.
R.
Bulba.
Yeah.
Reversal.
No. This is funny.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Ring Fit.
Huh?
Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit Adventure.
Bulba.
God.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say reversal?
Yes.
Yeah. R. Wrong. Ring.
Yeah.
Jingling. Roll kick.
Yeah. Rolling kick.
Rolling.
Yeah. Harry's got 1 point.
I didn't even know
Wow.
that was a
Yeah, I
move.
didn't know that was a move either.
We got there.
It does 30 damage?
Oh,
It does. No. It does. It does. It has a 30%
30% chance to flinch.
Oh.
flinch.
Oh my god.
Well, there's 1
Well,
point.
Okay.
yeah.
That one took
Um,
us a while.
As a damage-dealing bug type multi-strike move introduced in Gen 1.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
Twin Needle.
Nah.
Bulba.
Yeah, Oliver?
Pin missile.
Hey, good job.
Okay,
good
Oliver's
job.
on 1.
Put your finger up.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, put your finger up
Okay.
just so we can
Oh,
tell.
that makes more sense than a pinky finger.
This is a really bad description. But for now, a non-damaging normal type move introduced in Gen 1.
Chingling.
Yeah.
Growl.
No.
Why am I here?
Dennis?
Lear?
No.
Bulba.
Oliver?
Splash.
No. Here. Increases the user's special stat by 1 stage.
Why am I here?
Dennis?
Growth.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Hey,
job.
and
Oh,
that
we all
was-
got
it's
1
not-
point.
It's not a normal type anymore.
No, it's still normal type.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are these
is this
all
a
Gen
tie
1?
break or
Are these all like Gen 1 moves?
No, you guys are all on 1.
We're all good.
Oh, is it-
First to 4.
first to 4?
Or
Okay.
like if I run out of moves.
Okay, okay.
As a damage-dealing normal type move introduced in Gen 1,
Right,
I'll
so
get to
Gen
the
1.
better description. It has a priority of +1.
Why am
Bulba.
I here?
Oliver was first.
Quick attack.
You said that earlier.
Yeah,
Did.
that's why I was like,
I joked about that.
Pretty quick on that attack.
causes the target to become confused.
Bulba.
Cannot affect targets with own tempo as their ability.
Alright, yeah, confuser.
No,
Why am I here? Supersonic?
no,
Chingling. Dizzy punch.
no.
Why am
Oh,
I here?
chingling.
Yeah,
Dynamic punch.
nah.
Why am I here?
Dennis?
Confusion?
Nah. It's a non-damaging fairy type move.
Oh.
Introduced in
A
Gen
Bulba.
Jingling.
Bulba.
Prior to Generation 6, it was a normal type. But yeah, Oliver?
Ah. Sweet kiss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Oliver, you on 3 now.
Oh, he's finally going to win
Wait,
one.
I'm one away
okay.
from winning.
Oliver's
Alright.
in for 1. Okay, here it
It's a
is.
shame. He usually finishes first. It's interesting.
Well, that's a stupid description.
I agree.
In terms of Pokemon, no.
It's a damage-dealing bug move introduced in Gen 2.
Wait, a what? Damage? Sorry?
Just
Bug.
bug type.
Yeah.
Deals damage and has no secondary effect. Oh, here we go. Attack that uses a stiff horn.
Chingling.
Yeah.
Mega Horn.
Oh, I knew that. Well, I knew what.
Thank
it
you,
was referring to.
Heracross.
Okay. It's getting tense.
It's good.
Exciting. Oh yeah.
Deals damage and is a decreased priority move, causing the user to attack after the other.
Bob-
Chingling.
Oliver?
Sucker Punch.
No. Harry?
Chingling. Vital Throw.
No. Causing you to attack after the other Pokemon that are using ordinary priority moves. If the target had already damaged the user in the same time.
Chingling.
Why am I here?
That was Harry first.
Faint.
Why am I here?
Yep. Dennis.
What is it? Focus punch?
No. Power is doubled to 120 after.
Chingling.
Yep.
Payback.
No.
Oh, that's good. That's a good guess.
Can you reread it, please, Logan?
Yep. Deals damage and is a decreased priority move, causing the user to attack after other Pokemon that are using ordinary priority moves. If the target had already damaged the user in the same turn, the power of this move is doubled to 120.
Oh my gosh.
Chingling.
Yep.
Assurance.
No. It's a fighting type move. Introduced in Gen 3.
Oh, why am I here? Reversal?
No.
Wait. What does it start with?
An
Oh, Bulba.
Yeah?
Focus Punch.
No. You already said that.
Did I? I didn't know.
Dennis
Roll.
did.
Wow.
Begins with R, did you say?
Yeah.
Bulba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Harry already said reversal.
No.
It's not that.
Does
Gen
start
3.
with REV.
Oh.
Oh,
Bulba, Bulba.
reversal!
Did I get it?
Yeah, Oliver got it first.
Revenge.
Yeah, there you go.
Revenge.
Yeah.
I knew it when you I was
good
like,
job.
oh,
Good
well
job.
done.
Thank you.
Oliver wins.
Good job.
Woo!
First game.
First time ever!
Yeah!
Cool.
It's my first time. It's my first time, guys.
You also got some bad news, Oliver. You're fired.
And here's
Oliver,
Oliver's
your whole
replacement.
shtick- Your whole shtick was not winning, okay? So
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, you gotta leave now.
Yeah, there's no use for me now.
Yeah. What a good game.
I
Wow.
just want to say thank you to the Dexters who have been there for me by my
So
side.
leaving.
Unsung hero of the day, Oliver not. Hold
No,
your
I'll
head
take
up.
it.
I'll take
He's not unsung because he won this time.
Yeah, but I'm mostly unsung.
Oh yeah.
Unsung villain of the day is Oliver Not.
Villain?
Ooh.
What?
Shall we get into the episode,
Yes,
guys?
yes, please.
Yeah.
Pokemon
please.
Fashion Flash.
Yeah.
Fashion.
Do we all? Should we do our bottom lines?
Oh, I forgot we were doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
We know what the bottom line is, right? It can be like a summary, or it can be like a funny take, or it
Yeah,
can be a
of
joke.
course,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
It's
okay.
gonna be.
We remember.
This as a kid, this episode made me stay in the closet for a few more years. I will, as we talk about it, I will explain.
I would have hoped it would have done the opposite.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because this episode has like
I love the
a few
difference
ideas.
in reactions to a sad I'm just laughing my ass off.
Yeah, it's.
I love you,
it's
Dennis.
supposed to be
Wait,
funny.
really?
It's fun.
It's supposed to be funny.
This
Anything could be
I
funny.
got a bottom line. This episode taught me that Team Rocket was right.
That it's the outside that matters.
Yeah. Did you see Misty after the match?
Hey, before the face paint, yeah.
Oh,
She
yeah,
had a
did
good
that
get up.
Oh
freak
yeah,
Well-
because you
No, we'll get to it when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't cloudy.
I was
No, but
kidding.
the nose was.
It taught me that it's what on the inside that counts.
Yeah.
It's my bottom line.
Bottom line. Brock's a cuck.
I'm arguing against. I'm for
You are?
Brock this episode.
Oh yeah.
I was saying it was a bad thing.
All
Yeah,
right.
You're allowed to be a
I
cuck.
don't
If you're a
think
cuck,
it's
you're a cuck. That's
I don't
fine,
think
man.
he's a cuck.
You know?
If you're a cuck, you're a cuck. You know.
Oh, your bottom
okay.
line. That's-
Bottom line is animal abuse is a-okay.
And the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
Just Pokemon in general, no?
When Jesse and James are just like beating up Meow.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
It's like they're just like kicking him. Jesse's just like
you know-
stomping on
It's
him.
fine because it's a cartoon.
Exactly.
You know what? Oh, I have another bottom line.
Okay.
I'm looking for my Scissor Street.
That's a good way to jump into the episode.
sure
The
is.
episode starts with a building called on Scissor Street.
Scissor Street.
What about paper and rock? You know.
And like
And what's on Scissor Street?
Breeders Lane.
Breeders Lane.
Clearly, some people in the room find this quite humorous. I don't really, personally.
You know what scissoring is all about?
Yeah, I do know what scissoring is.
It's quite interesting.
Him and his
'cause, like,
girlfriend do all the time.
it's,
Alright.
it's
All
quite.
right.
How
It's
would a guy and a girl scissor? Like, would you
Well,
I don't know. Oliver, tell us.
Alright, so basically. Well, the whole point. Well, they would. They wouldn't. The whole. Because.
They're on Breeders Lane.
there are more optimal ways. Are you on Scissor Street or Breeders Lane?
Alright, Dexter, you let us know. What?
Are you Scissor Street or are you Breeders Lane? We're gonna take 5 minutes.
if we had a subreddit, you know, you can like tag stuff on subreddit, like you'd be Scissor Street Breeders Lane between your username.
With a poll when we release this episode.
Well,
Anyway, so yeah, so they're on the street.
It's like-
we're on Breeders Lane.
Yeah, they found.
Also, wait,
Breeders
so
Lane.
sorry.
And-
The store is called Breeders Lane? Or the
Yeah,
No,
street?
it's
where
the
Brock.
The street
So
they're
it's
on.
called. They're on
That's
Scissor
so
Street.
uncreative.
And then, like, no one
Yeah.
knows why they're there except Brock, as the narrator explains.
Yeah.
And then Misty's like, "Wait, I know what this place is. This is also called Breeders Lane." Yeah, Misty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stop it. That's not okay. Misty is 10.
And then so Brock is on Breeder Street.
Gonna get us cancelled.
It's only in maritime, trust me.
Brock's on Breeder Street looking for the best breeder, Susie, 4 years running.
We get some interesting shots of some nondescript characters as we're walking by
yes,
through this.
yeah.
There's an awesome punk looking guy with a big blue mohawk
Yeah.
who has a Bulbasaur, who also has a big blue mohawk.
Oh yeah,
some
because
Xanax
just
characters.
before they get to Susie's, we're introduced to Rocket Salon or Salon Rocket.
Rocket, yeah.
Which
Like
is
bouquet.
just Team Rocket Salon, which they've built up.
Well, we
on
don't
Scissor
know it's a
Street.
Team Rocket.
Oh, I mean, we don't know. It's just
It was such a
it's
twist.
evil people
I-
and a cat running the register.
Yeah, I had no idea.
When
Cat counting
Ekans
money?
and
Yeah, it's
coughing
fine.
out the front in like...
Atkins and coughing
Yeah.
actually looked really good.
I
like, in the poster.
really enjoyed Atkins.
Yeah, it looks so
Yeah,
good.
that looks sick.
Yeah, Atkins and coughing are like all made up, and then so yeah, Team Rocket is running like a salon where they're like just making Pokemon. They're turning Pokemon into Prettymon. That's what
Wow.
they're saying.
On Breeders Lane.
Evil.
Yeah, and then apparently they're getting rich.
Yeah.
And then
Did you
Meowth
see-
says that TV ads are a waste of money.
Yeah, it's so funny. Did you see when the Dojiro and the Raichu were caught glimpses of themselves in the
Oh,
mirror?
that's sad.
I like how all three different heads had like a different
That's
hairdo.
interesting.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
Like Raichu could
One
just
of-
wipe the makeup off. The Dojiro had their haircut.
One of
you
the
know?
Dojiro was completely like plucked. It was
Yeah.
completely...
Yeah, it was
it was
pretty good.
getting
You
cold.
know, TV ads may not make you money, but what does make you money is Raid
Podcasting.
Shadow Legends.
Oh, that too.
Download today.
If only that was legit. That would be perfect.
That would have been amazing.
What a segue. That was an amazing You're giving them free promo right now. It's like putting on the
listening through the old episodes, like I realize how much every time like one,
Such a good
it's
joke.
normally when me and Dennis here say something, Oliver's always like sponsored by.
Oh
Do
my
I?
gosh.
Like a few weeks ago, an episode we were talking about squiggles, and Oliver was like, today's episode is sponsored by Griffin.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So to jump forward a little bit. Misty and
I'm
Ash.
crying.
Also, wait, there's like,
What?
sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
Wait, I mean, sorry, I don't think I was joking before, but like, there was Brock. It was mentioned that Brock, like, Brock wants to be a breeder, like he wants to be a Pokemon
Yeah.
breeder.
Yeah.
That was said at the start, and that's kind of what this episode is centered
And they
around.
they end up in Susie's place.
Yeah, that's why we saying
Susie,
Dennis,
who's like
sorry.
a famous breeder who
Susie's
Brock has
place
been
is a good name for a
simping over,
cafe.
apparently.
I actually
Simpano,
see.
yeah.
Cocking.
I enjoyed Brock's relationship with Susie because I think it's the first female Barb Misty in
Yeah.
the series where Brock's not in love with Susie.
No.
He admires.
He admires her.
Susie.
Yeah, he like respects her.
So it's
You're
like
not
the
wrong.
first, and
You're
I was
not
like,
wrong.
it's like that's growth for Brock.
yeah.
And then I saw the next episode.
Go right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the way he
You're wrong.
talks to her is
Yeah.
super like
Well, he's
almost
like
like a general
he
talking
like
to
hero-
like
it's
Yeah.
hero
Straight
worship,
back,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he was. I guess he kind of was maybe like simping or something because he was like, "Oh, train me."
Yeah.
Well, I like.
jeez,
I would
you're
say like
stupid.
I feel like Crush was crushing a little bit, but he was
Who?
like
Crush?
so.
Crush.
Brock was crushing.
Sid Crush. was
It's like
crushing.
meeting your like if you meet your
Yeah.
idol.
Yeah,
I
or like
guess.
someone famous. Like if I
Yeah.
met Zac Efron, I'd be like, oh my god, Zac Efron.
Oliver had the
I
chance
wouldn't
to
be
meet
like
Norman
trying to hit
Reedus.
on him on it.
I did. I saw Norman Reedus on the
He didn't
waterfront.
go, he didn't go and say hi.
No,
though.
I just went and sat next to him and was like, I'm sitting.
That's even awkward. You should have been like,
No,
yo.
like that was like 2 meters
Oh,
distance.
you know what, Oliver? They
casually.
can feel that. They was like,
Yeah.
they can feel that.
No,
if
that-
someone's
That
like,
would be weird. Like,
Yeah.
dude, there's someone
Alright.
just sitting
Well,
next to me. Steps
No,
They can
Norman
sense
Reedus,
it.
if you're listening.
Alright. Well, to be fair, it's not my fault. My girlfriend was like, "Don't say hi, you'll creep him out." So I was like, "All right."
It's
Probably
ridiculous.
I wanted
He,
to.
because like, heaps of people were posting photos with
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
which
you
I
should've
think
said
he
hi.
would have enjoyed being in New Zealand because it wasn't like full on everyone. Like, oh my gosh, because not that many New Zealanders would know him.
Many people watch The Walking Dead. Good
Yeah.
show for the
Good
first
show.
Good show.
Where are we watching?
We are rewatching
It's
it.
really
Are
good.
you gonna stop watching when Negan gets introduced?
Yeah,
Well,
Spoilers
I'll
for
probably
Walking
watch
Dead.
up until.
yeah. We'll watch up
Then.
until that.
Negan's not a spoiler. You don't know who he is.
I
or
don't.
Yeah, he's a comic book from the comics.
He's a comic book. Negan is a comic
He's
book.
a comic book. This comic book just shows up. Stop watching.
Should we do Walking
Sponsored
Dead on
by
the
The Walking
experience?
Dead.
Let us know.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it
It
would
would be a
fun.
whole different style
Inside Susie's thing, we see a Vulpix.
of
And I
Vulpix.
Oh,
learned
cool
today that
Vulpix.
Vulpix
Cuties.
have 6 tails.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
I know they evolve into 9
Nine
tails.
tails.
It's in the name. X, like 6,
Wow.
and Vulpine 6. Vulpix.
What's Volpine?
Fox.
Fox.
Ah, really?
Well, I never got that. It had 6 tails. It just looks like one tail with like
Bits on it.
bits.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a question: do you guys prefer the original Vulpix or the Alolan version
Oh.
of Vulpix?
Is the alone one
The
blue?
ice.
Yeah, the Ice
ice
Theory
one.
one. Get a quick search up.
I do know what it looks
Oh,
like.
cool.
I like
prefer
the
normal.
I like the ice type. I
prefer
like
the-
the Alola Ninetales.
I like. Okay, my order is regular. Snow Vulpix, but shiny regular Ninetales.
Okay.
Because like it looks so ghostly.
I mean,
and cool.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm regular. I'm Cantonian Vulpix and then the Alolan Ninetales for me.
Oh yeah.
yeah, ice fairies are really cool typing,
Well, it gets just asked by steel types.
Yes.
But you know,
but it's really good.
hey, Snow Warning with Aurora Veil. It's pretty good.
And also in Susie's
UGC
shop
players.
is a Chansey getting massaged.
Yeah.
And Chansey's owner
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes.
wow, yeah, this is something to talk about. Huh? Oh boy.
They're massaging up Chansey. Like
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what is the owner? Has
The
like,
owner.
this like big like red hair like mohawky type.
Mhm.
thing?
Oh yeah. He
Oh,
gets like a
right,
few
yes.
lines, right? He gets to talk a few times.
yeah, it's this
Yeah.
it's this very like clearly like feminine looking guy,
Very-
and like the voice is
yeah.
like super feminine as well,
Was it like?
which I thought was
Yeah.
like really like you wouldn't see that on like a cartoon from
It was
like
like very like stereotypical.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
have a few comments about that.
Yeah.
We
Go
can
for
talk
it.
about that later.
oh.
I
What?
think.
Well, it happens now.
Yeah, it happens
Seeing
now.
it.
Well, it's like it kind of links into my whole overarching feel of the episode, so I will
okay.
talk about it.
Okay,
But like,
I was taken
it's-
back.
I think I on the Bulbapedia it was like, according to the 3rd book of the Kids Pocketbook Monster series, the Chansey's trainer in this episode is homosexual.
They actually say that.
It says it
in
on the
book.
Bulbapedia, so
Well, it's
who
canon.
knows? It's canon. You're first gay.
Is he the first gay character in
I mean,
Pokemon?
I
unless
guess.
James comes out.
Well, that's
or
like
something,
that's
it's bi.
not a normal thing to see in like
Yeah.
kids cartoons in the late '90s at all.
Oh, definitely the late
it was
90s.
totally-
yeah.
It was
And-
just like
yeah.
some sort of like vague flamboyancy that was.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I guess
so-
they
But it
thought
would-
like, hey, this is a fashion
Yeah.
episode. Let's
Yeah.
stick a gay guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it-
it's like coding. It's like very
Right.
like flamboyant coding.
yeah, it was very obvious. Like it was.
I just- yeah.
purposeful.
Yeah, like it caught me off guard a little.
Yeah.
because I was
It
just like
did, yeah.
watching this, and then all of a sudden, like this guy.
I have like a few. Well, no, I don't know if we want to get seriously into it now, but
Let's
like,
do it. Let's
Well,
do it.
okay, I
Why
have a
not?
few things about this episode because this episode, kind of, for one thing, you know how as they're in the breeder shop, Ash and Misty argue, and it's like this kind of thing about Ash is arguing that looks are important as well as
No, Ash is arguing that
The
it's
inside
odds on the
matters.
inside.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Misty's
Misty's
saying
saying
that.
Misty's the
outside.
looks.
Misty saying like outside as well as inside, essentially
Yes.
is what was going on. But like I would have thought, like coming from the two of them, like Misty, it's not really in Misty's character to be like looks are important because like you know, she's like with her sisters as well, like Daisy,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maisie or whatever.
Daisy, Maisie,
Daisy,
But
Daisy.
she does
Lily,
not like
and
bug
Delilah.
Pokemon because she thinks they look ugly.
They're ugly.
She is,
Yeah, that's
she is
true.
shallow.
But like, so like, I feel like Misty would have been like, looks don't matter, because like she's kind of like trying
Right.
to rebel against the idea of appearance, because obviously she tries not to like have that same appearance as her sisters because she wants to push against that or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, I just want to briefly mention that this episode was written by, well, a guy, and so like, the idea, I don't have his name off like this, but you can find it on Wikipedia. But it was like storyboarded by, or script written by
Yeah.
a guy, and like that's what a lot of like kids shows, in the 90s did. Like
Mm-hmm.
the 90s Sailor Moon was written by a guy, and I watched like this YouTube thing by Cell Specs, and it was like interesting to note the differences from the manga adaptation to the anime of the 90s anime, which I still enjoy actually, but it's actually quite interesting what was added and what was changed in the Sailor Moon 90s anime. Like,
What?
well, like for
talking-
example, like, I'll use their English name, Serena and Darian's like romance, or Usagi and Mamoru, the two Tuxedo Mask in Sailor Moon, they were presented as more like slap slap kiss kiss, you know, like, and
What does that mean?
like, you know, like in that
I haven't
90s,
seen Sailor Moon.
like, you know, the idea of treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen.
Kind of like Ash and Misty.
Yeah, like Ash and
Right.
Misty, like that kind of butting heads dynamic,
Uh-huh,
and even
okay.
like Serena with her friends, and how they would like bicker a lot in
Mhm.
that 90s anime, which was like, this is through the lens of maybe more of a male centric point of view, like, oh,
Yeah.
like the idea of maybe friends bickering or women bickering more and things like that, like some an issue of things being uninformed. So I just think it's interesting that the idea of they're putting the idea that your outward appearance doesn't matter, and by showing it through this episode as being flamboyant is the
Mhm.
bad thing, I think was my issue, like rewatching it now, and maybe
Right.
a subtle takeaway I had like growing up, because it was like the idea that, you know, like it's like this, the outside, like I think like you know, it's the idea of men telling women, like their girlfriends or partners, like, you look better without makeup. It's like the idea of like dressing up for other people rather than for their self-expression.
Yeah.
And I think that like the episode was maybe trying to portray that idea of like following along with things just to feel like you fit in, or to feel like a good sense of self-worth, is maybe not great. But it's also like the idea that, like, you know, you can put on makeup for yourself, or you can dress up nice for yourself, or you can, you know, change your appearance for yourself because it's just like something you want to do, and you're able to do it, rather than like, I'm trying to fit in and follow this trend. And it's very much like, it's a thing that you can find in society as well, like that idea of like, oh, you should fit into this kind of mold, like you should have normal hair, or you should have like follow the latest fashion trends when you go out and things like that. And it's like that idea of that social pressure, or you should look this certain way. And like, in a way, I feel like Ash was kind of trying to do that, like Susie as well. Like I like the
You still see that a lot in media even
Yeah.
today. Like, when was SummerSlam 2020 wrestling? Sorry for
Wrestling.
wrestling. SummerSlam last Monday for us, which would be Sunday for Americans.
watch it?
I didn't watch it, but there was an interesting match. The stipulation got changed in the end of it for outside reasons, but there was this really big grudge match built up between two female wrestlers, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. And the like ultimate like big like issue about it was that if one of them loses, they have to cut their hair.
Oh.
Like, why is that? You don't see that
Because
with
wrestling's
male.
dumb.
No. Shut up now.
Oh my
No,
God.
like what I'm relating to that, Oliver, is that, you know, these women are issuing and
Yes.
grudging over the fact like, oh, I'm not friends with you anymore, so I'm gonna cut your hair. Whereas
Yeah.
the men are like, you tried to kill my wife.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
But I'd
It's
say that's
like-
because the
it's
writers
like,
are uncultured.
that's the
and-
big issue.
Yeah.
And you still see it now in
And
2020.
like, I would bet a lot of those, well, maybe organizers for those storylines
It'll be male.
will be male.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like, there is like that cultural, especially in Japan, there's like, it's a cultural moment when like a woman cuts her hair because it signifies either like a heartbreak or a big change in their lives.
Yeah.
And like, so much of their like supposed character comes from their appearance. Like, it's visual shorthand for like a change in a character. And I think maybe that gets transferred into like real life society in a way that might be unhealthy. And this kind of touches on my next point, is that like how all the negative aspects of the characters were flamboyant. And this happens a lot with Team Rocket as well, because going back to like that coding of that flamboyancy, Team Rocket are very flamboyant. They reference, when they transform into those like Victorian era clothing for their like motto.
Yeah.
It's a reference to the Rose of Versailles, which is like, I think it's a what is it, like a girls or women's aimed manga, and it's got like flowery kind of like art designs like that. But so it's like the idea that like, you see this a lot in media, but I would say particularly with children's media, where like from the 90s, around the 90s was a big time for it, where you have like villains that are presented as flamboyant.
Yeah.
Flamboyantly, like you've got Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
You got Birdo from Super Mario Brothers 2.
Well, maybe. Jafar.
I don't think Birdo was a villain.
Yeah, Birdo was the boss at
Jafar,
the end of the world.
Yeah, Birdo was Birdo was
Jafar?
presented as trans in the thing, or
I don't know if she was the villain. No, I thought she was the playable character.
Yeah.
Alongside Yoshi.
No, what,
once
in
we
Super
knew every
Mario
day.
Bros. 2.
I never played it.
yeah. But like
the worst game.
Birdo's become more of like
Anyone really
the
ever
fake one.
played Super Mario Bros. 2?
yeah,
Thank you,
lots
but-
of
I
people have.
Yeah.
At least people
Nerds.
like maybe a few years older than you, or
Super
like
Mario
people.
Like, just to
Brothers
like
2
came out on the
just to
GBA as well.
summarize, just to summarize your point, so
Yeah.
like get it. So you're saying that the feminine aspects was like seen as like that would be
villainy.
So that would be like the negative part, like performing like feminine, those kind of like exterior aspects,
Yeah.
were then like seen as negative. So
I
that like put you
It was like they were
Oh, yeah.
arguing. They were saying like, oh, looking natural is better.
right.
But then, and like, it's like, why are people trying to make people look that way? But they were presented as more like that they were trying to control people's
Yeah.
appearance more than the people that were like, hey, you can do this to your face. Isn't that neat?
I just don't know why Pokemon was trying to tackle an episode on beauty in the
Like,
first place.
I totally
It's-
get like the point of it though, is like your inner beauty, or
Yeah.
like the idea of like you should do things no matter what other people say. But it didn't come across like that all in the
Yeah,
text.
no, for sure.
I feel like I got a bit of a mix personally, like where wasn't Misty like, because she had all that face paint at the end and they were like making fun of her, but like wasn't she? Didn't she do something really cool at the end? I feel like Misty. No.
Well, she was like tied up, right?
No,
Oh, no,
yeah.
she was
side
tied up.
Psyduck did something
No,
cool.
that's a good point.
Yes.
That's
I mean-
Psyduck did something cool. Yeah,
I thought
no,
like
well, Misty,
Okay, no, that's a good
Misty, Misty's makeup was meant to look like
Clownish.
clowny, yeah,
because
like silly.
they tied her up and they
again,
changed
and that
her
goes
face.
into that like they're putting on too much makeup makes you look clownish.
Well,
or
they did
or
that on
something
purpose.
Like
Yeah,
that.
Team Rocket.
The
to make
red,
it
the
look
red
scary.
nose is like
Yeah.
clown.
But it's that idea of
Yeah,
like
it's an interesting.
it's like, oh, you put on too much makeup, or it's like presented as that kind of thing of like, it's a common thing like where people will be like, oh, they've put on too much makeup, they look like a clown,
yeah.
because clowns put on makeup, or mimes or whatever. I don't know.
When I saw like James in that like giant red gown, I was like, whoa. I was like, this is like, you would not see this at all in any kind of like Western media.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
mean,
but like he was like cool. He was like being like powerful. I'd
Yeah,
say.
no,
I'd say that I was.
they are like, I feel like Team Rocket are presented as more sympathetic than maybe your usual
For sure.
villains,
Yeah.
and because like they're like fun to watch and stuff, so it's not
Yeah.
like necessarily
Yeah,
that,
they're,
but
they're,
it's
they're
like,
the
Yeah.
cool villains.
it is like
Yeah.
a common trend where like that happens in things, and it's like, because it was used as like a shorthand for degeneracy for the
Yeah.
longest time in like old media. Like, even I remember one of the James Bond's movie, like Spyfall, I think, the main guy was shown as like there was like some homoerotic tension, where he tied up Daniel Craig's James Bond and he like licked his face or something.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
that's
just
that's a very common thing where it's like homosexuality it'll be like a joke
Yeah.
or like a
It'd
TV.
be, it'd be a way to torture men
Yeah.
who are comfortable with their sexuality.
Yeah.
That's
you know?
I remember I said to you when we were watching it, with that moment where like James is in the dress, that I was like, if that was in because you do see that in other cartoons where men will dress up as women, but that'll be seen as like a funny thing.
Yeah.
That'll be like a teehee. It'll be part of a joke.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in this.
That
They
was
were
just like James is in a dress.
Yeah,
Jesse
James
is in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite quite.
I was
nice.
like, wow, I was like taken aback. So I was just like, I wouldn't have seen anything like that when I was a kid. You know? Yeah.
So and yeah, you see that you still see that in
That's right.
society, like especially from what I've read of like Japanese cultural attitudes, it's very common to like it's encouraged to fit in with
Right.
the mold, and like even anywhere really, like maybe even
Yeah.
like New Zealand, like you have to
For
look
sure.
a certain
For
way or
sure.
behave a certain way, and it's like it's not really good. Like, well, if you don't look a certain way, or if your race
Yeah.
isn't a certain way, or if you like
It's not as
things you
easy to
can't
fit
change,
into
it's
the
like an
mold.
ableist type thing.
Yeah.
It can be any of those things, and I think we should all just try and be a bit more open about like that kind of outward appearance,
Outward expression.
Outward
and, like,
expression,
Being, like,
yeah.
in different ways.
yeah. Dolly Parton, for instance, it's like
Yeah, Dolly Parton.
I just want to say that
Working her 9
Yeah.
to 5.
she's like she dresses the way she does because she knows that it'll get her attention,
Right.
but like it's like she's using it,
Yeah.
and I respect that, and it's like why
Right.
should you judge what she looks like? It's kind of like a statement against that almost.
So like, you think it would be like it would have been a more powerful approach if it was like their differences is what made them powerful in this episode.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it was just
Which
like
would've-
they
yeah,
didn't show anyone
see.
like feeling like peer pressured into like behaving a certain way. Like, I mean, maybe it was kind of assumed when it was written that like, oh, this stuff is happening on the underside of their like emotional journeys of the episode. I mean, it's a kid show as well, but like there wasn't anything like, oh, like Jesse and James, they weren't like, oh, you need to dress up. There was kind of a little bit of that with the ads, but like it wasn't like hammering it in enough for me. It was like, you need to dress this way because otherwise you're treating your Pokemon badly, or you're not looking after yourself, or something like that. Like any of that was kind of lost, as well as that. Like, I feel Misty's character wasn't really. She was just written to be the girly girl.
Yeah.
she
like
did.
lost
She took
all.
she took a lot of steps back in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, you look back to the Cerulean City Gym episode, and she says like, "I'm the tomboy of the family."
Yeah.
You know? And, yeah, she's just a girly girl.
Yeah, I think
wants
the
to
writer
get her Pokemon
was just
pretty.
like, oh, she's the girl of the group.
She
So,
want
yeah.
to look cute,
Yeah.
and I mean, she did look cute when she got like made over and stuff.
oh yeah,
When-
she looked cool.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
cool
she-
outfit.
I have
looked
it-
good, yeah.
Really cool outfit.
It was
actually.
actually like stylish.
And
I-
goggles.
It's
You
like
know-
very 90s.
That,
Yeah.
that's actually back in as well,
Very
like the
Spice Girls.
90s kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's
Time.
it's
I'll
based
finally
off
fit in.
of I have it here in my notes. It's based off of Tomoe Shinohara, who was like a pop star at the time.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was called Shinora Fashion, which I got off of Belvapedia. Like that kind of
Nice.
style, which is like super cute.
Balba.
That brings us to today's sponsor,
Red
Bulbapedia.
Shadow. SarahB.net.
So yeah, I guess that was super serious.
It's
kind of
mad
talk.
the
Well, it's
things.
not, like,
Well, it's
super
mad the
serious.
things you can find from a children's show.
Yeah.
Always, like,
Yeah.
you look at
Yeah.
it now with the lenses of 20-something-year-olds.
As adults,
There's
yeah.
so much meaning more than we ever thought it
Yeah.
would be as a
Yeah.
kid. We would have thought, oh look, the coffin's dressed up funny, so
Well,
it's funny. But
Yeah,
like,
it's like
Absolutely.
the kind of thing
You
that
know?
you, as a kid, you just kind of what's
so
it
you
called?
can subconsciously take in.
Subconsciously
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, just talking about me being gay again, like, as always.
Yeah, do you want to, like, because you
Like-
said this episode,
like,
like, you
yeah,
feel like it
like-
stopped you from coming out.
Well, it
which
was a little bit
serious.
of what I mentioned about, like,
Yeah.
it's a general overarching trend of everything in media and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I didn't have like any of that representation. That's like,
Yeah.
without any like representation, you don't think that you're valid.
Yeah.
You know.
I was watching the game documentary that came out on Netflix.
Right.
It's great.
Yes.
It's
And
great.
Very
it's
good
like-
on
it's really
documentary.
good.
There's this black guy who was part of like the NBA. Oh, not sorry, 2K like NFL game, like the in Madden 2K.
Mm.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And when they first put him, like he was there, and like like NFL is predominantly like African American
Yeah,
sport,
it's quite a lot.
Right.
and
yeah.
like so, but the first like 3 games are all white people,
Yeah.
and then when he
Oh,
joined
wow.
in,
Yeah.
they actually put people of color in,
Uh-huh.
and he was like. He like cried. He said when he first put it in, 'cause
Wow.
it was like powerful to see like
Just seeing
Wow.
like someone
Yeah.
that looked
him
like
represented
him.
in a
Wow.
video game.
That's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, and like, you need to. I think
It's very
this
important.
is-
Representation for sure.
This is one of those things, like, because this episode was written by a guy. It was from maybe a more of like a guy's perspective of fashion,
Yeah.
Mm.
rather than maybe
Yeah, for sure.
someone that like was
Actually knows about
a
fashion.
woman's kind of understanding or maybe their approach to it. And I mean, like, it's a whole spectrum of viewpoints to it. So it's like not necessarily that women would have been able to kind of nail down like why it is people like, you know, like fashion or things like that. But I feel like, you know, it would have been a more empathetic portrayal of any of the issues. Like maybe Misty would have still been the tomboy, but she would have felt like maybe I should try that because I'm not being perceived as a girl by my guy friends. And so like going back to like why I was particularly like, it's a subconscious thing. You pick it up. Like no one had to tell me that being gay was wrong. Like we weren't religious growing up. Like we were more Buddhist, but it was kind of like low key Buddhist. So yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
And so like you know, like there would be like jokes on TV with like stereotypically flamboyantly like gay coded characters or characters that were gay and they were just like presented as like joke characters, like characters that were fools or characters that were villains. So then you just like you put all that together. If you don't see like any actual person that being like gay and I'm the main character, or I'm like in a position of you know, like of a position of good personhood, you know, and then you just think, oh well, being gay is wrong. I probably shouldn't like announce that I'm gay or anything. And that's why I was in the closet for so long. And I was so nervous about telling people because it was like, this is a thing that if I tell them, they're going to be terrified and they're going to
change how people like look at you.
And like, I was so terrifying. And, you know, it's like a lot of people are still having trouble doing this as well as like being part of them. Like bisexuality is like the new being trans.
From the chair.
Well, do you want a new chair?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Mid-episode, let's all switch chairs.
Okay.
And like,
I mean, you switch, they stay.
they're the same chair.
That was the joke.
Okay. And whoa, where was I going?
Sorry to cut you off.
no.
That was rude.
No. Your butt is really important
Thank you.
the podcast, Oliver.
Oliver's butt is fine, everyone.
The butt is okay.
Poor audio listeners.
Oliver, on a scale of 1 to 10, how's your butt feeling?
Yeah, how is
Just
it?
before we continue, everyone butt chicken.
Okay. My butt's feeling like
Butt chicken.
a 7 right now.
Yeah, mine's like
Butt
a 7
chicken!
'cause I've been sitting down a lot today.
Yeah,
so
I'm about
like
I'm
a
about a
6.
6 or a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do some butt
We'll
massages.
do some butt stretches after
Just
this.
like how Ash massages Pikachu in this
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
If you
Okay.
guys want to donate to our Patreon,
we can talk,
you can do the butt massage.
let's talk more about the episode.
No. So you going on a really good point. there. Sorry.
Oh no! My point was that like we need more representation.
Need more representation.
Good
But how do you feel? Because I mean,
Because
I personally feel like there's.
I feel like
we're
there's
definitely
more
a bit of
now.
space. Yeah, there are. Just on like general TV
even if it's
and
more
in
low
media.
key, like you've got Korra and Asami. Spoiler alert.
Korra's fantastic.
You've got Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. That's low key as well, but I mean it's better than nothing, to be fair.
Right.
And like I think we're just gonna slowly keep moving towards it. You've got characters in like backgrounds, like in Star versus the Forces of Evil. There was like a same-sex kiss in it. I think it was
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe as well. Oh, how could I forget Steven
Rise
Universe?
of Skywalker, there was a same-sex kiss.
I didn't even see that one.
That was so.
I had so many other
I'm just
issues
saying,
with
like
the
a
Rise
big
of
franchise,
Skywalker.
yeah,
Don't get me
that's
started on the Rise of Skywalker. But okay, I respect that.
You did see that. We all went together.
I know, but I had so many. You know, on the car ride back, I was just like, that was really good. I enjoyed it because you guys were like,
I enjoyed
were
it, and I
into
watched it a second
and I
time.
was like,
Like
I
a
didn't
week
wanna,
later.
like-
I was like, fuck, it's bad.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
I was just like on the car ride back. I was like, that was fun. Yeah.
It wasn't like it was not a good Star Wars movie. It was sort of just like fine.
It's alright.
Yeah.
The
Because,
writing,
like-
the amount of times
Oh,
they
yeah,
say,
it's
I got
like-
a feeling.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
say
yeah.
it like
Oh my god.
15 times
So
in the
many
movie.
fetch quests in that
Yeah.
freaking movie.
Why is there a dagger
Oh
when
my
there's
god.
lightsabers?
But you know what? The second, what was the second one? The Rise
Last
of
Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi was pretty good, and I can just pretend that was the last one. It like
Last Jedi confused me when I came out.
Yeah.
I felt confused. I thought it was really good, but I was confused because I feel like
Because
everything
it-
Force Awakens.
because
I
it,
liked
like-
it, but
Well,
everyone
that's
else
not
didn't
why it was
like it.
good.
Well, that's like the thing. That was like the bad.
That's what the
thing.
director wanted to do. I know.
Well,
I
it's,
watched-
well, the bad thing is this what happens. This what happens when you have a trilogy written by 3 different
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, I
3
know.
different people.
Like-
like if
Yikes.
like the reason why the first movies all have like a storyline throughout is because one person wrote them, or a
Right.
team
Yeah.
wrote them.
Yeah.
Whereas this literally brought on different people
Silly.
to
I don't
direct
know
Each
why.
time.
and
Yeah.
write.
Yeah.
that's insane. Like if
Which is
I
stupid.
maybe if I knew that Palpatine was coming back in the second one, if they could have like put
The
some
little
hints in
thread,
there.
yeah, little...
Yeah.
Like that would have made it harder to swallow, but it just came out of nowhere. He was
Yeah.
like alive in the
Yeah,
rolling.
I think the only reason it did is because
scroll.
Ryan Johnson killed off Snoke.
Yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been why.
We never really learned anything about
Ugh.
Snoke. We never...
Should we get back to Pokemon?
Yeah, let's get back
stop.
to Pokemon. But yeah, more
Anyway, thank you-
representation
thank you for
in
sharing.
media.
Yeah, that's a
is
really-
good.
yeah.
That's why make space for people, like women,
Yeah.
people of color.
My man.
Well,
Um,
you're
Collaborate with them,
you're-
bring them on.
You're a queer man on a famous Pokemon podcast.
I am.
So,
Yeah, we
I
have
am.
20
Be
subscribers.
authentically. we had 23.
We had 23 until all of us said, you can get us more subscribers.
we had 23.
Play
Yeah.
fired all of us.
That's on YouTube, so follow us onto YouTube if you like cookies.
Where did we-
subscribe to us on YouTube?
What did we get up to in the episode?
Okay, so
Shall we go?
Chauncey just got picked up.
yeah, and they were arguing about aesthetics, and then I was like, Misty shouldn't be arguing for outside appearance as well as inside appearance. It seems like it's more of a thing where she'd be like,
Yeah, I think they obviously from this discussion we can tell that they kind of failed. They were going for like every Pokemon is beautiful.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they're going for.
Yeah.
Is that all Pokemon are equal,
Have they
like
seen
on the
rubbish?
inside.
yeah.
Because like Team Rocket was trying to like
Trash.
yeah, but like obviously they failed.
But it's like going back to like the idea of like what's happening. There's like issues of consent as well. Like sure the trainers can dress them out how they like, but then they put that on the Pokemon and it's presented in the episode that maybe not all the Pokemon want to be dressed up like that.
Oh,
Porto
yeah.
Drill
Yeah.
and
Well, it's, like,
Raichu, they
interesting
weren't
because
happy.
You can do this in the video games. You can go
Yeah.
to, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Pokemon contests.
Yeah. Because that's kind of
Pokemon
what this
musicals.
episode was.
Yeah.
Kind of inspired.
Cosplay
And-
Pikachu.
yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, Ash is like arguing for inner beauty, but then he will go on to travel with someone who focuses on maybe that more outward appearance.
To be fair,
several
it
times.
is shown to be an in-partner thing, though. Like the Pokemon and the trainer are happy to do the contests.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not
well,
like,
of course they would.
It's not
Could you
like
imagine?
it's not like the Squirtle comes out and like, damn it,
Hey, actually,
I look
Could you-
awful.
Could you imagine?
I don't think Psyduck really wanted to. do
No.
that.
Psyduck didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
When Psyduck walks off when Misty goes to see
Yeah.
I was like, what wacky adventures will that Psyduck see?
I want to see a whole
There's, like-
episode
Yeah,
of
that's what I was
Psyduck
like, I was
walking
like,
around
oh
in
my
the city.
God.
Going,
Psyduck.
Psyduck. I watched that.
Yeah. Psyduck's
Well,
amazing.
it's like, could you imagine if you sent out like your Eevee and you just like dressed it up and then like, but like, okay, now you do that thing, and then it's just like
on stage.
It's like when you dress dogs in clothes.
Yeah.
My parents love to do it, and I hate it.
Sometimes
I
they
hate
need
it.
warm clothes.
Yeah,
They have fur.
No. Some like smaller dogs.
Yeah.
and,
Dash
like,
hunts?
some,
No,
like-
I have
like-
small
Not
dogs that
greyhounds.
are
Yeah,
very
like-
furry.
Oh yeah, but like
Yeah.
some like Shih Tzus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Greyhounds
live
do
in
coat.
Australia.
If you're putting them in
Oh,
like
I
Christmas
understand.
outfits,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's
my
not okay.
yeah.
But
my-
like in winter, like
Yeah.
some dogs.
Some
do
Or
dogs
that.
do
if
jack-
it's
Mum,
like,
if you're listening, can you fucking stop it?
or like pets, it's
Yes.
also kind of like if you have like small young children,
Dress them up.
you dress them up, and also you
Oh,
know
like
you
beauty
take them
like children's like
beauty pageants.
beauty pageants.
Yeah.
Children-
Even
They're
down to the point
awful.
where like
Yeah.
a
I think
parent
it's
will
funny,
force
like,
their
to
kid
dress.
to cut
I
their
think
hair.
like if I had a kid, I'd dress them up in like clothes that
What? Like a
like
doll?
no, as in like
Are you trying to
clothes
channel-
that they could only ever be as a baby, like baby Jesus.
Right.
Like, that'd be funny because like
Baby
and just,
Yoda.
like, if I had a photo of me as a child dressed out as baby Jesus, I'd be fun.
I would treasure that.
Yeah.
Me as not you.
Yeah.
Me as
Hannah-
baby Jesus.
No, you want a photo of me?
I would like
I'll
a
go-
photo of you now dressed as baby Jesus.
If it's a
Actually,
Halloween.
when Oliver goes bald next,
right,
he can
does, a,
shave his beard and we can like make his eyebrows feel
does a baby get a pass on like culturally insensitive costumes if it's a baby?
What?
Well, you play more
I
the
mean, you
parents,
blame
right?
the
Yeah, you
parents.
blame
Yeah,
the
so a baby
parents.
gets a pass.
What? Like if a baby's with blackface, you're like bad
It's
parents.
not the baby's
So you
fault.
won't dress your
Yeah.
baby up as Ganesh. It's fine.
What's
my
Ganesh?
As an Indian god, I'm not sure.
With
I'm
the,
not
I
sure.
think with the arms or
Yeah,
the
I think so.
elephant.
Oh,
heads.
I think you said
I'm not
Ganesh.
sure.
Isn't the chocolate?
I'm-
That's
Yeah, that's why I thought you said Ganesh as in like icing.
Yeah.
No, Ganesh.
Oh,
Yes.
Or like, have you had that experience where you go to
why'd you?
when you're a younger kid and you go to the salon and your parents are like, give him this cut,
Yes.
and then you hate the
I
cut.
That didn't
always,
happen
to me.
I no,
Yeah.
I
I was
always,
allowed to.
always as a kid wanted my hair long. I was never allowed to have it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could have I could have whatever haircut I had, but I always got the same haircut I've had
Yeah.
now. I've had a different haircut for the last like 20. How am I?
I
Yeah,
don't
I've been getting my
trust-
hair cut like this since I
Oh
was
my
like
god,
16.
I don't trust
Yeah,
people that
since
have
I
the
was,
same
like, 5 or
haircut.
6.
I feel like
I have the
surely
same-
you should have
Dennis doesn't trust you, Logan.
experimented in it.
What do you think I should do with my hair?
Bold.
It's
Shave
been
it.
the same.
Submit.
Save
It's
it.
not thinning that bad yet. In like probably
Shave
2
it.
years, yeah, I'll
Shave it off.
consider
Shave it off.
But it's fine now. It's not that
You
bad.
could try like a severe undercut maybe. That could be cool. Like
Yeah.
grow out your beard a bit and have like an
Can't
undercut.
do an undercut. It'd just be bold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or maybe like a shorter, like I don't know, something shorter.
Okay.
Just telling you to change yourself. Oliver. How
But,
do you
my
feel
George
about
is
that?
cutting it this weekend. So.
You know what? It could be good, like a buzz, like one of those flat top type things, like army cuts.
Like a flat, like
That
we
could-
could frost the tips.
That could be cute.
90s is
Can you
coming
get
back.
frosted
Interesting.
tips?
No. You know what? Why not? For the dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the boys.
Get frosted tips for the Dexters.
And
Do it
so,
for the Dext.
So Ash starts to massage Pikachu.
Yes, massage.
Oh yeah, sex.
Pikachu sax.
Because Pikachu has sex.
Pikachu's-
Electric
Shit.
sax.
Oh my
Pikachu's red
God.
It's
sacks.
electric sax.
And Pikachu makes moaning noises.
You know, we're only still about like 7
Oh
minutes
my
in the episode.
God. I know. We need to-
Pikachu's like, Pika. That's what he is like.
Yeah.
He's like, Pika.
Harry, remember how you said,
Oh
"Oh,
my
I don't think
God.
we're gonna have much talk about this
I was like,
episode."
I didn't think so either.
Hold on, is that your impersonation of my
Is
voice?
that my impersonation? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, play the movie.
Big summer blowout.
But I've been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb recently.
Yeah. Do you sit in that group chat? You're like, oh, I've been watching a lot of Phineas and Ferb to catch up on the lore for the movie.
Yeah.
There's a movie coming out?
Yeah, Candace versus
new
Universe.
movie.
No!
I never
Yeah.
watched Phineas and
So they have.
Oh.
This is the second movie, right? Not
Okay,
counting
I
the
gotta
Star Wars
catch
special.
up on the lore of the Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, gotta get onto lore. How does
Wow.
Candace relate
Dennis fell
to
asleep
Phineas and
watching
Ferb?
it the other day.
Really?
I did. I
Old
just had
man.
it on streaming and then I fell
Is
asleep.
she not really their sister?
I don't. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh.
Find out
Season-
next
I just
week.
want to say, like, I watched season 1.
Yeah.
It was really good, and then like I watched season 2, and suddenly it like became what I thought season like Phineas and Ferb was. It became like way more kiddie and like more slapstick and like hyperactive. Like the first season of Phineas and Ferb is actually really clever, really well
Wow.
done.
Maybe you also got used to it though.
Potentially, I mean, later on, like I think it was just the first few episodes of season 2. Later on, it got like back to a pretty good quality. So it might have just been like these weird like first couple episodes of season 2.
I want to give a shout out to Bowling for Soup, who does the theme song for Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
They also do bangers like 1985. Shit.
What are you on?
You should not have started that list.
What?
They also do other
It's
bangers
such
like
as
1985.
No
yeah.
Hablo, no
The
Hablo
Scooby
Inglés.
Doo. Did they do a song for
just
No,
like-
no, that's Simple Plan.
Just
Okay.
move your mouth, Harry. And
The
then we'll
girl,
just insert
the
it.
girl, all the bad guys
Dumb
want.
one.
And just keep
Punk Rock
repeating the
101,
footage.
High
Loop the
School Never Ends. See, I got a list there.
High School
Fine.
Musical.
High School Never Ends.
Oh.
Oh,
Delilah.
This. That was good. Wow.
Delilah.
Hey there,
No, that's Plain White
Delilah.
Tees.
I hate that
That's
song.
Plain White Tees.
What? Why do you hate it?
That's Plain White
that
Tees.
song is that song's
Plain White
That song was
Tees.
overplayed so
It's
much.
Plain White Tees.
No, hey
Yeah.
there, Delilah's
It's
Green
Plain
Day.
White Tee.
It's Plain White Tee. Like
Fuck
hey,
off,
there,
dude.
Delilah.
It's Plain White
No,
Tees.
isn't
So-
Isn't that a
It's Plain
Green
White Tee.
Ash is
Green Day,
massaging
The
Pikachu's
biggest fan of
sax.
Green Day in the world
Red
like doesn't
throbbing
know that.
Sax.
The sax are being massaged.
Oh yeah, I thought this would.
To Hey There, Delilah.
By Green
Hey there,
Day.
Delilah, what's it like in Pokemon City?
Because
Scissor Street, Dennis. What's it like in Scissor Street?
Yeah.
Ash gets Pikachu's sax so excited that
Yeah.
Pikachu gets stronger.
Can we just
Can
like,
I just say that? Can I just say that it's perfectly normal to become aroused during a massage? I just want to say that that's
Why
completely
do
Okay,
you
I'm
know
not
me
gonna
to say
massage
that?
Dennis.
Can we
What?
can
No,
we just
it's-
can we just skip to like the end of the
Yeah.
main thing that happens in the episode,
What? Yeah,
which
hey-
is that Brock gets the Vulpix.
Wait, Misty goes. Well, basically, I'll quickly go. Misty goes to TR. TR recognize her.
Wait,
because
who's
of Meowth.
TR? Oh,
Team
Team
Rocket.
Team
Rocket,
Rocket.
okay.
And,
You sound
Kaya.
like a mock manager. TR, I've got an amazing gig for you,
Team
TR.
Rocket.
That was good.
Taya.
You know,
Misty.
saying, hey, there's a line with Green Day.
Give her clown makeup, basically.
Right.
Gonna be
Give her
stars,
like a red
TR.
nose, and then there's a battle.
Estelle from
Then
Friends.
the battle finishes. Susie's like, Brock, I admire you. Actually, another important thing is that Vulpix likes Brock's food.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And Susie,
Who doesn't?
previously
episode's a
Vulpix had
mess.
only ever eaten Susie's food.
Right.
So
That's not
So
good.
Vulpix
I-
likes Brock's balls. So
Yes, that is.
Yes.
sort of
Okay.
is
That's a
kinda
long
set up
walk.
like
That's a long walk to get to a pail of water, but there you
and
go.
then then there's a battle. Not much happens. Vulpix does like a big
Yeah.
fire.
Oh,
Fire spin.
Well, coughing before that, coughing. Cough.
What's that?
I was gonna say Cockins and
Still thinking about the
effing.
arousal from a massage.
So coughing and Ekans, they like their costumes are electricity proof. Why do they not simply just wear the costumes in every battle with Pikachu?
'Cause they look ugly. That's the whole point of the episode.
It's effective though, utility.
And
But
then,
yeah,
hey, Harry, it
That
doesn't
makes
matter
sense.
what they wear.
I'm sorry.
Beautiful on the inside.
Hail Delilah.
what's it like in New York City?
in
New
Breeders'
Dog
Lane.
City.
In Breeders' Lane.
Breeders' Lane.
Scissor Street.
Scissors.
You know what? I don't know what else goes on
It's-
Scissor Street. You
Do you know?
Scissor Street.
Brock gets a Vulpix.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brock.
That's actually kind of sad. Like,
Yeah, she
Vulpix,
just gave her
Vulpix
away.
obviously wants to go, but it's also sad to her because Vulpix is excited. Like,
to leave her.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you kind
you're
of
right.
want you don't want like
As a
that
Pokemon breeder, I
codependence,
guess,
you
yeah.
know? You don't
Yeah.
you want him to be able to
You want
see
your
more of the
Pokemon, yeah.
world.
Another thing that
yeah.
is important
4
in
days
this
on, 4
episode
days off.
is Psyduck. Psyduck's a hero.
Yeah.
He tells Ashen stuff about Misty. A bit too late.
I don't even
I-
think we explained that Misty
Yeah,
got tied
James.
up.
Yeah,
or-
Misty
yeah,
gets.
yeah.
Well, Misty gets tied up, and
covered
then
it.
James holds like a paintbrush to her face as if
Yeah.
he's like threatening to slit her throat. But it's like
You want to know?
he's like, I'm gonna
up
paint
these
your face
paints."
like Frankenstein.
Oh yes, there was the whole part
Misty,
about.
I could
you,
just-
Misty looking like a clown.
I
maybe?
got a little bit freaked out with the nose. Yeah, I think we've mentioned in the podcast before. I have a
Harry
phobia of
is
clowns.
terrified
I
of
am
clowns.
Petrified of clowns. But I was fine with Misty. I was like, okay, star, cool, stripes, cool. Ooh, red nose. Oh,
Stars and stripes.
kind of like the red nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was weird.
there was
It was
the.
weird for me.
I mentioned at the start the whole animal abuse thing.
Yeah.
Go.
Abusive
It's
animals.
like, yeah, Misty goes into the fashion store, and then like, then Jesse and James are there, but she has no idea it's them just because they're like wearing glasses, pretty much,
And
Yeah.
like black
Ooh.
suits.
and like black suits. And then once Misty, and then Meowth is like, oh, Meowth.
That's the
Meowth's
part
like,
that
"It's
hangs
her,
out with
it's
the
her."
Pikachu.
Yeah, and then
See,
so
it's
their cover
hers.
gets blown, and then Jesse just starts like stomping on Meowth.
But Meowth
Like, you idiot!
But Meowth gets his own back. He just scratch him up.
And then Meowth
To
scratches
reveal
them
the
back.
Yeah,
Team Rocket.
whenever Meowth
Yeah.
gets hurt, he also does something to James.
scratches
and
back,
Misty.
yeah.
It's an equally abusive.
But just for some
Yeah, it's healthy.
context, which I feel like this episode is lacking
What did you
currently.
say, Harry?
So it's healthy.
No, it is not.
It's not. It's not.
It's not how relationships work.
Oh my god.
and
Your
it's
partner
Susie
hurts you, you
also
don't hurt
calls
them back.
her Brock her rival.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do we
So
see
she's
her
like
again?
saying we're equals in
Yeah,
that
which
situation.
is interesting because it's like not just like battle rivals. There's also
Breeding
breeding.
rivals.
Yeah.
I'm better at breeding than you.
I can breed the Pokemons better than you.
It is nice.
I
And, you know,
bred 12 times last week.
Do you think that Vulpix has 6 IVs?
Probably not. She's probably a shit breeder.
I don't know. Oh,
She doesn't even know how.
it's
Shiny color.
you know, it's quite. I noted that it's like quite nice to get like a present from someone you like, or
Yeah.
like a crush even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. Can we relate to that idea?
Just getting gifts from
Getting
people we
gifts
like.
is
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
like-
like you know, it's especially like nice when you get it from like a crush as well.
When like Georgia, like one time I was like having a bad day and I was telling her over Messenger, and she came home with like a quarter chicken for me, and I was just so happy.
That's the way to your heart.
it really was.
Chicken.
I got Oliver a cameo from Joey's World Tour.
Anyone out there knows Joey's World Tour? Look him up
That
on
video made
YouTube.
me really
And Harry made it, he
Yeah.
made a really uncomfortable 2-minute video wishing me happy birthday a good 5 months after my birthday.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a beautiful video. Thank you, Harry.
That
It's
when he
$40
starts
worth.
licking the Nutella. That was,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. He
That
was
is
like
good.
tweet tweet.
If we like,
he was like tweet.
Yeah.
if what we could we could post it on our Facebook page and tag Joey and
See
get
if he
some
responds.
clout. Yeah.
He might
Yes,
share it.
we should do that.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to see if he had like an Instagram so I could direct message him because I feel like he would reply because he's not
he
that
would,
big.
Yeah,
Like
it's
he's
like
not that
$40.
popular.
It's not popular.
Yeah, so. But I couldn't find it. Maybe Facebook.
How
on
do you
Facebook.
message him? Facebook.
Through Cameo.
Oh,
It's like
The app.
yeah, it's an app. You can pay celebrities to like send you personal.
Yes.
Podcast is brought to you by Cameo.
No, it isn't.
See the experience on
If
there.
you want
So-
us
We
to
should
give
set
a
up a
cameo for
cameo.
you,
we should.
just give us a message,
Yeah, just
and
look
we'll
at the
talk our
app.
rates.
Yeah.
Or just message us on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
We'll,
Yeah.
like, we don't have to
We
go through
probably
that.
will just do it.
No,
We
just
probably
show
will
proof
just
that you're
do it.
subscribed.
You
to
can
the
probably
YouTube.
find us individually as well.
Take a photo, send us a video of you subscribing to us
Yeah,
on YouTube.
and then we'll send you a birthday message.
And then we want like daily updates to see that you haven't unsubscribed. That's all.
Oh my gosh.
But you should record yourself listening to every episode.
At least 10 episodes, and then we'll do the video.
I feel like this episode's got a bit off the rails.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but-
it definitely is.
We
This
should do
episode,
final
my
thoughts?
final thought.
Yeah.
Final-
This episode is basically filler, except for the fact Brock gets a Vulpix.
Yeah, which is cool. Vulpix is awesome.
Which is the only reason I think this episode isn't filler.
Well, yeah, we look at it.
Well,
and,
this
like,
episode, yeah.
like the past episode, Misty got a Psyduck. This episode,
We see-
Brock gets a Vulpix.
Well, we see
Ooh,
Psyduck
what's
as
Ash
well.
gonna get?
yeah, what is Ash
It
going
was-
to get?
This episode was quite good because Psyduck gets a moment to shine. This is my closing thoughts. Psyduck gets a moment to shine. We get to see, like, some cool, funky fashions, even though they're presented as bad, which, I've explained how I feel about that. And like, Brock gets Vulpix. Vulpix is a Pokemon that I've liked, but, it's just been, like, it hasn't really, I would say it maybe doesn't really get to do much. From what I can remember, maybe it does, but like
Spoilers.
it.
Well, I mean,
You're not wrong.
It's
Yeah.
not one of like Ash's Pokemon.
and it's
Exactly.
like like I've never, yeah. Vulpix is
breed
kind of
of
like
the
this
trainer.
posh, My
seen
Little Pony,
Vulpix
the
breed.
rarity of the group.
Okay.
It's just like silent.
None of us
The-
are bronies.
The rarity,
Sorry, we're
like
not bronies, buddy.
the-
We'll judge you on this.
like the posh,
We love
like
bronies.
the
We
kind
love
of
you.
My
the-
little pony is pretty and bony.
what?
What,
guys remember
what
that?
was the last
Yeah.
line of that? I
It's
do remember
bony.
that.
It's
Yeah, I was
pretty
like-
and
And then it was like,
bony.
you
Yeah, it's like-
always live in my farts or something.
Yeah,
How
it's
does
like
that go?
from like primary school.
Yeah, my
Fucking
little.
got him.
Yeah,
They
no.
actually they released like some My Little Ponies that you see like half of their skeleton in them. It's like, and they're like
Doesn't
really
sound very
cute.
child
Are you,
friendly.
like, Tina from Bob's Burgers.
You
She has
guys,
those like sex dreams about horses.
Does she?
it's my pretty pink princess.
She's great. Bob's Burgers is a great show.
my
What are your final thoughts?
my final thoughts on this episode is, it's an episode where Brock gets a Vulpix. That's
Great.
really it. Really, I didn't realize how
Yeah, we
cute
still-
Vulpix was until rewatching this though.
It's cute.
When
Yeah.
Vulpix was sitting on the
Yeah.
chair.
Actually, one last thing from me is I like how Dexter in this episode
Dexter got a lot.
he he says,
Yeah.
"Oh, this thing about Vulpix," and then something else happens, and like,
Misty
they
gets
get
burnt.
and then he chimes in.
He analyzes the move.
Dexter got more in this episode than T-Dog has gotten in 2 seasons of The
Walking
Walking Dead.
Wow, accurate.
T-Dog.
Yeah,
T-Dog?
Shout out to T-Dog,
Shout out-
my unsung hero.
Unsung
this week.
hero.
Oh, I should mention as well, like the Vulpix's premier move was Fire Spin. That's a terrible move.
Oh, is it?
It was like
It
the main.
looks
It was like
sick.
the main move they learned until Flamethrower
Of
in
the
the
time,
original
yeah.
games. Yeah.
Actually, Flamethrower wasn't actually like learnable. I think like all the TMs, none of the Pokemon could learn.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to teach them the TMs, if I remember.
Fun.
So it's like Ice Beam.
No, you get no. It get, because Growlithe got Flamethrower like level 50.
Oh, does
The
it?
Vulpix got it like a level 30, 40ish around there.
Oh,
So
You know
It's
what's a
if
cool
you
bit of
evolve it
animation
into a
in this episode?
Ninetales.
Yeah.
yeah.
When it evolves into a Ninetales, it doesn't learn any more moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was stuff like Squirtle doesn't learn Bubble Beam because it was
Squirtle
a TM.
does learn Bubble Beam.
Not in Gen 1, did it?
Maybe not in
It
Gen
just
1.
learned
Oh yeah,
Bubble.
with the TM. Yep.
Yeah.
My final thoughts.
Yes.
100
friends.
I'm still looking for Scissor Street.
I want to go to Breeders' Lane.
Show me how to
was-
get.
It was alright. I was like,
Straight.
I think like this episode of Dexperience. Like first off, if you
Experience.
What?
like this episode
Oh.
of Dexperience, if you're like this was a mess.
What do you mean? We talked about serious
No, like,
things, but
I-
also
like, I
fun
think we were
things.
all
we
one
had,
over the
we had,
place.
well, we had about like 10 minutes of seriousness, and then
Yeah. They
like,
just jump it
40
all over.
minutes of
Jumping
bullshit.
into a cool bit of animation
Yeah.
for this episode was Vulpix's eyes, though.
Yeah.
When they did
That was
Mochi,
really
when
cool.
They did Flamethrower, they changed
Wow.
like to 3 different. They were like brown, then like blue,
Oh,
then
cool.
like red.
That
Oh,
was
that's
really
cool.
cool. But they never do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
fun
sorry,
fact,
final
fun
So
thoughts.
congratulations if you're here. I just want to say.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Thanks for sticking
you.
it
Those are
out,
the true
Dexter.
Dexter.
Yeah, it was like just like filler. And
This
it
one's
was
for
pretty
you,
meh.
Dexter.
I liked Yeah, it was like, I guess it was fun.
It was just an
I
episode.
guess.
Join us next
Yeah.
time, I suppose. For,
Yeah.
Hold on,
Well, let's
I'm
plug
sorry. We
ourselves.
got one thing we really need to play.
Okay.
One thing that we
yeah.
really need to plug.
One
and-
thing we
and
really
that
need
is
to
that
plug.
you should
Oh my
email us at the Experience Podcast
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. That is the Experience Podcast.
Also,
at gmail.com.
subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. It's just the Experience. When you search it up on YouTube, it autocorrects it to D, experience or something like that, something weird.
Don't follow those.
So
guys.
just
follow us.
so it's a bit of a mission, but follow us to move us up in the algorithm so people can find us.
And
And then-
our good friend Dennis has started streaming.
I
on
have
Twitch.
started streaming.
Denunda.
If you're a fan of video games,
Down under.
Video games.
specifically right now, Paper
Paper
Mario,
Mario Super
follow
Sticker.
Denunda.
Yeah, do you want to talk
Down
about
under. Well, I might actually be done by the time this episode goes live with Paper
He'll
Mario.
carry on
But
streaming.
But I'm sure I'll find something.
Well, the videos will still be up there as well.
Yeah, and they'll be on demand. You can just pretend it's live.
Yeah,
You man.
I'm usually
Denunda.
watching, so if you want to,
Same.
if you want
Denunda.
to,
I'm at work.
If you see Ollie McCharlie or Logan,
yeah, you see us. That's
That's
yeah,
the
that's your-
Jake's
It's
crew.
pretty
It's
much
the
like
Jake's
more of
I'm
a
afraid
Dex
I'm working.
meeting.
Yeah.
than-
That's on you.
But yeah, so follow the Denunda if you're
Down
into
Under.
Twitch, if you have a Twitch account.
Give me
Unsung
that.
hero of
Give
the
me
week.
that.
Unsung Hero?
Was T-Dog.
Yeah, it's Tito. Oh, no. And you, Oliver. You also the Unsung Hero.
Oh, what's the third unsung hero?
Unsung hero of the week is Dennis coming out of the closet. Which
What?
because it
Keep
was
your head
great.
high, champ.
Yeah, because
Keep your head high.
I've been out for like 7 or 8
I'm
years
saying
now.
because this episode, it made you an unsung hero because you felt like you couldn't express who you really are. However, you are a champ and you are a hero.
Yeah.
So therefore,
Keep
I'm
your head up high.
vocalizing that
That you are-
you're a hero.
Thank you. I am.
That
a
was
hero.
my
Thank
point
you.
of that.
And also
Dude.
T-Dog.
But if you're vocalizing it, then it's not unsung.
Yeah, but it was unsung. I'm saying at the point when you watch this episode.
Yeah. Okay.
But now it's
Well,
not.
that's lovely.
And that's
That
good.
was
Thank
sweet,
you.
Oliver.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well,
Thank you
join
so
us
much,
next time,
Oliver.
Dexter.
Yeah, please do.
for
Thank you.
The episode 28.
The Punchy Pokemon.
Punchy
If you're listening in the during the day, I hope you have a good day. If you're listening in the evening, have a good.
Boss baby.
Good night,
Good
Dexter.
night.
Boss
Bye.
Baby on Netflix. Good night. Experience. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes too.
Experience.
Digimon.
Experience. If you're watching during the day, have a good day.
Experience.
Have a good night.
Experience.
Live your dreams.
Experience.
Everything you could want.
Experience.
Everything that you need.